Today's episode is a little different. It's quieter. And I think that's exactly what some of you need right now. Because not every lesson shows up loud. Not every breakthrough comes with a highlight reel. Some of the most important moments of your life, the ones that actually change you, happen on a random Tuesday when absolutely nothing special is going on. And this episode is about one of those moments. The moment you realize you got over it. Whatever it is for you. The relationship, the loss, the betrayal, the version of your life that didn't happen the way you planned. Whatever's been sitting heavy in your chest. This one's for that. Here's what nobody tells you about healing. It almost never looks the way you think it will. We grow up with this idea that pain ends with some kind of ceremony, a conversation, an apology, a dramatic moment where everything suddenly makes sense and you feel the weight lift and you're finally free. But most of the time, that conversation never comes. That apology never arrives. That person never says the thing you needed to hear. And you wait, and you wait, and the waiting almost hurts more than the original wound. Because you made your healing conditional. You've told yourself, unconsciously or not, that you can't move on until they do something. Until life does something. Until you get the closure you deserve. But here's the truth. Closure is almost never given. It's taken. It's built. It's something you decide quietly, privately, on your own terms. And that decision, it rarely happens on purpose. It happens like this. Maybe it's a late night in June. Maybe you're doing nothing, watching something, eating something, just existing. And somewhere in the middle of all that nothing, you notice something. You haven't thought about it in hours. And then you start doing the math. When was the last time it woke you up at 3 a.m.? When was the last time a song sent you spiraling? When was the last time you picked up your phone hoping they reached out? You can't remember. Not because you forced yourself to forget. Not because you finally fixed something. But because life kept moving and quietly, without asking your permission, you moved with it. That's not a dramatic moment. There's no fireworks. No sudden relief, just a gentle loosening, like a knot that's been slowly working itself free. And you only notice now because it's finally gone. That's what healing actually looks like. Not an explosion, a quiet exhale. Let me get personal for a second, because I think this is important. I've been there. More times than I can count. I met someone. There was real attraction. It felt mutual. There was that energy you can't fake. I let myself hope. And then the date wouldn't go the way I wanted. Maybe the connection didn't land. Maybe it just fizzled. And I'd be left with this quiet, almost embarrassing disappointment. Frustrated with myself. Wondering if I ever start feeling like I was just falling short. And the thing that made it harder, I knew intellectually it wasn't the end of the world. I knew that. But knowing something in your head and feeling it in your chest are two completely different experiences. In the moment, it felt so much bigger than it was. Like this one thing was evidence of something permanent about me. But looking back now, those situations that felt so heavy barely register. The ones I thought I'd carry forever. I had to actually try to remember them just now. That's the thing about pain in the moment. It lies to you about its own size. So if you're in something right now that feels enormous, that feels like proof that things won't get better, I want you to hear this from someone who's been there. The moment is not the whole story. Whatever feels unsurvivable today will one day be a passing memory. You will look back and realize it wasn't as defining as it felt. I want you to sit with something for a second. The thing that's hurting you right now, or the thing that used to hurt you, you thought it may end you. I don't mean that dramatically. I mean it genuinely felt unsurvivable. The kind of pain where you couldn't see the other side. Where people told you, it gets better, and you nodded, but didn't believe them. And maybe you're still in that place. Maybe you haven't reached the quiet June night yet, but I need you to hear this. You will. Not because the pain wasn't real. Not because what happened didn't matter. It mattered. It hurt. And you're allowed to honor that. But you are more resilient than you have ever given yourself credit for. The human capacity to heal, to keep waking up, to keep showing up, to keep putting one foot in front of the other, even when it feels pointless. That is one of the most extraordinary things about being alive. You survived what you thought would end you. That's not small. That is everything. So if you're in the thick of it right now, if you're still waiting for the moment when it stops hurting, I'm not going to tell you to rush it. Grief doesn't have a schedule. Healing doesn't have a deadline. And the more you try to force the process, the longer it takes. What I will tell you is this: keep going. Not because it'll feel better tomorrow, maybe it won't, but because somewhere down the road, on an ordinary day you won't see coming, you're going to breathe differently, easier, fuller, like you forgot you were even holding it in. And in that moment, you'll understand something that nobody could have explained to you at the beginning. Healing isn't about getting back to who you were. It's about becoming someone who no longer needs to. That's it for today's episode. If this resonated with you, pass it along to someone who needs to hear it. And as always, the limitless version of you is built in moments exactly like this one. Thank you.